It's a cooking video called Let's Talk About Feminism, / Easy Burger Ball Recipe, hubby approved. Hashtag feminist, hashtag cooking, hashtag wife, hashtag marriage. We are virtue signaling that we have been knocked up before, I think. Or maybe it's somebody else's, but usually people only do that for themselves. So let's see.
What is up, guys? Today we are going to be making some protein-filled burger balls. So what a burger ball is literally a crescent roll with some taco meat. So for my taco meat, I already prepped it. Should take about 10 minutes, 15 minutes.
Damn, she is like she's talking super fast. Dare I say this is maybe the first candidate ever where I might slow the video down if this stays this pace.
Prep your taco meat. All I put in it was cayenne, garlic powder, salt, and pepper. And it should look like this. It's frozen because I made it a few days ago. And then you're just going to want Pillsbury or off-brand, whatever you want, crescent rolls. So that's all you need for the super simple recipe. And yeah, let's get started. So
we're gonna roll them up in there.
First, you're gonna want to set your oven to 375.
Okay.
You're gonna need 1 to 2 cookie sheets. I'm gonna use 2 cookie sheets because.
What does this have to do with talking about feminism? Are we just gonna do that while we're rolling them?
As I want to prep some for my husband's lunches, so I'm gonna make a lot. And while we're getting this prepped, let's talk about some femininity, okay? So if you knew me while I was growing up,
let's talk about femininity. From afar, it was so much easier to listen to you closer. Now I gotta look at the trash can. The act of like, look, you eat what you want. I don't care. If you fucking love crumbly beef stuffed Pillsbury crescent rolls, don't let me stop you. May I suggest, however, that we could live better. we don't necessarily have to live a gloop life. If you love it, you love it. Well, I'm not gonna stop you. Live your dreams. But is it your dream?
Basically, so that's, let's say age 17, you would know that I was indeed a tomboy. And I don't mean like I thought I was a boy. I don't know, I just didn't really like the girly things. I didn't get along with the girly girls. I couldn't really fit in with certain cliques. And
wow, I think we actually have like a full ass pick me situation happening here. Not literally, I'm not like the other girls happening. Uh-oh. Please, maybe she's cool though. This got sent to me though, so I'm assuming she's not cool. I'm rooting for her though. Maybe she's cool.
Whoops, that was way too much.
I'm sus. This is sussy.
That was okay. I didn't really mind it, but
I was gonna say that she grabbed too much, but I mean, I don't care.
My friends were dudes, and all of my interests were dude things. And that's not inherently wrong, but
I mean,
at the same time,
what are dude things? Like sports or something? She might just be tall as hell. I thought she was standing on something too, but I don't know.
It's pretty weird. I just think it's crazy that the world has convinced women that in order to be a strong woman, to actually be a woman, is that you have to work and you have to, climb the corporate ladder and do all of that, when in fact, that's not what we were made to do. Yes, we were made to do hard things, we were made to work, but we were made to work for our homes and for our families.
Made to work for our homes and our families? No, dude. If that's what you want to do, like if that's what you choose to do, but you don't have to do some role. Sounds like we're speaking like a Christian might.
And I don't know, I just think it's crazy that the world has really lost sight of what it really means to be a godly woman and to be a Proverbs 31 woman, which it isn't chasing the bag.
Oh, yeah, okay, yep. A godly woman, there we go. I was right. Okay, we're zeroing in on the fucking problem yet again. Can't believe I'm forced to be on my bullshit, even during this cooking video.
It's chasing your family and chasing the Lord.
Jesus
and
fucking Christ.
Serving the Lord by serving your household.
Does this sound like a person calmed by their religious outlook? I gotta serve my Lord and my husband and my family, and if I don't put these protein-packed meatball crescent rolls in my husband's lunch for the next 7 days, all hell's gonna break loose. He can't feed himself.
And I mean, it even talks about.
Dude, I'm lightheaded from hyperventilating.
Proverbs 31 woman as being a business owner, but it wasn't a business owner of like some corporate business. It was the business owner of your home. Like whatever you made at your home, you would go and sell. And so I think it's really interesting. The world has really perverted that and been like, oh, you need to go chase the bag as a woman. No, you don't. You really don't. We weren't really made for that. So don't chase the bag.
What do you mean we're not made for that? Chasing the bag isn't a biblical term, and nor is the pursuit of hoarding wealth like a highlighted aspect of the Christian faith. That's capitalism, baby. Why are we talking about it like it is part of the faith, though? Isn't it interesting how all Christians seem to have this annex inside of the doctrine that they are taught by human people who live in America and are also Christian, that capitalism is central to their belief system? Isn't that so weird that those two things have been tied together? Probably nothing to look into there. Probably nothing to consider as a smart, intelligent, adult person. Don't do your research on this one.
Anyway, does anybody get terrified of these things? These things are scary. I am just kind of yapping, so sorry I'm yapping while I'm cooking, but I do like yapping if you haven't met me yet. And
Jesus fucking Christ. There's nothing wrong with being a little wacky, a little high energy, but I mean, it comes across more like anxious.
I don't know, I think it's very interesting how the world lies to us all the time and how they're just, I don't know, feminism is such a lie, and it's
Feminism is a lie? What's that mean?
Really sad to me when I see other Christian women like standing up for feminism and saying that it's such a good thing, when in reality, if you guys know, the first people that started feminism was actually a male congressman who knew that he just wanted feminism in order for women to work so that he could actually tax both the parents in the household.
What? Just make shit up. Feminism is a theory of thought that has extended throughout time. Like, it wasn't invented by a congressman. You can read about feminism in the works of ancient stuff, like Lysistrata from Greece. You could read about Athenian women banding together against their aggro men in hopes to stop a war. Like, and women's rights throughout time. It's a long and arduous process that's lasted just forever. It's got no really one pinpoint. You could say, oh, this person has feminist thought, or this person is intentionally coining the phrase feminism, probably. But I mean, that, you know, those people are still going to be like, look, they're citing things in the past for feminist thought. So it's a silly thing to say.
And you guys can fact check me on that, but I've done my own research and I found that to be true.
I've done my own research. You haven't. You're a Christian. Your own research means I read something. I did not know how to fact check it or parse the information. I didn't have the context of reality necessary to detect fact from fiction, but nonetheless, I believe it.
But anyway, so it's just very interesting when you look at that, and that once women started working in the homes, that's when the rise of drug use started in women.
I think maybe the rise in drug use of everyone correlates to the Industrial Revolution. I would say it becomes more prolific during the Industrial Revolution and beyond. But yeah, I mean, it's essentially just like a quirk of not tracking health statistics prior to this phase of humanity. Working outside of the homes. That's when drug use started in women. That's when it started in women. No woman had ever done a drug prior. Drugs non-existent before that moment.
And which is very interesting because we're just unhappy. I mean, as women, we are biologically created. We are created biologically to have children. And we're not weak. I'm not gonna say we're stronger than men, but we're different in men in aspects, right? So
ugh, dude. It's so sad watching them bend over backwards to try to be like, actually, misogyny is fine. It's fine how I'm... Like, all the bad stuff that I'm experiencing, totally okay with me. This is no problem. And, like, it's going to take her a few years and she'll fucking deconstruct from this and be pissed. This is big cope, yeah. You hate to see it.
Men are stronger than us physically, but mentally, I mean, the toll that pregnancy and birth has on us is insane. And we decide to do that over and over again for generations. And birth...
Decide? I would love if you all decided that. That's not really how it's worked, though. Often forced, coerced, and subjugated to do so. Some women, definitely more modernly, have been able to choose to become parents, and that's lovely, and something that I hope everyone gets to choose if they wish to do so, but definitely not accurate to the history of women, especially in regards to this talk of feminism. Like, it's just blind and ignorant and self-centered to imply that the small little life that you have experienced has been the totality of women's experiences?
It's such a complex, beautiful thing that is so, it makes you strong. Like, it really does. And I haven't gone through it yet, but I just can tell, like, this pregnancy has put me through it. And, like, I understand now how beautiful it is. And I can't wait to give birth. Like, I literally cannot wait and just know that experience. And anyway, it's interesting that the world has told us basically that men think women are weak when in reality they don't.
Misogynistic men use the fact that you can get pregnant to en masse sort of stifle women's ability to work together to liberate themselves. Like, if you have a child or you're about to have a child or both, there is a high likelihood that you're going to be more controllable because you have more things to lose than the fucking 8 men that are walking around aggro as fuck, not having been burdened with pregnancy. If we both got pregnant, if this sexual reproduction thing was equitable back and forth, this wouldn't happen. Even if you guys were weaker than men, it wouldn't happen. It'd be the same. There was just like literally a coin flip's chance that either person got preggers during sex.
And the media just makes us try to believe that men think we're weak when you talk to a normal man about his wife, most men will say that is the strongest woman I know. How people have believed this lie for years, and it's very odd to me. And it's a lot odder when you look into, all the aspects of feminism, right? Because feminism used to be, women should be able to work, women should be able to vote, right? I personally don't disagree with either of those biblically, because
I don't disagree with those biblically? Are you going to say but?
I don't have any biblical view on those because God didn't say, women can't vote, right? But at the same time, the man is the head of the household.
You don't have to be like this. This is so sad. The man is the head of the household. Really? You're the one making shitty fucking dinner right now. Seems like you're the one in the household most of the time. Sounds like you're literally the head of the household. And then you give him the title when he walks in the door. What is this deal, man? You do not have to live like this.
And I believe that the husband should just vote. But since our laws do permit me to vote, I probably will. But we shall see. But anyway.
I'm fine if you don't vote, frankly. Stay out of there. Works for me.
Anyway, but on another note, it's very interesting that feminism turned into women working and having equal rights and voting to women murdering children in the womb.
Oh, abortion? That's a weird slippery slope argument. Women can fucking work and vote, so now they're murdering kids. Well, I think as long as men get to bomb kids, women should be able to get abortions. How about that? And then after that, they should still be able to get abortions. Fair play. Women are just built different. Women just do it different. There's just a biological difference.
I don't know how we jumped there, but it did. And it was very evil. So now feminism to me is demonic. And oh no, I said the D word, but it really is when you really look at it. Feminism inherently is not bad, but to the extent that it's out right now, it is.
She hasn't given any description as to why, other than I guess she's against abortion, and she loves the Bible. Not that she's read it.
And I don't know, it just hurts my heart every time I hear anybody online or in person. I used to work with teens, and I would hear these girls say, if I ever got pregnant, I would abort the baby. And I would just say,
beautiful.
Sick, don't open your legs. Because you don't need to be
sick, don't open your legs. I disagree. I think if you would like to have sex with someone, you totally should do that together. And just understand that you don't have to procreate when you do. Not necessary. Sex can just be fun and equitable and just a thing you do with people. And not this weird other thing that she's trying to make it. If you wish to abstain, you can, but I don't think you should force other people to. It's pretty weird.
Killing human life in your body because you made what you're calling a mistake. I personally yes, is fornication.
Dog, every time you've had a period and every time any dude is jacked off, they've killed life. Like, what are you talking about? Just shut up. Not everything has to become a baby. It's not sacred. It's actually pretty easy. You can just fuck till you make a baby. Like, almost everybody can get down with it. Some people can't and they really want to, and those people end up going and trying to get it done in different ways. It'll happen for most people if you just keep smashing. So there's like no need to worry about it. There's no need to push that on somebody else. And for Christians to have so much anxiety for everybody else to go smash is fucking weird.
Wrong, yes, 100%. That is a sin. But it is the only sin that has a good outcome. When we really think about it. And
the only sin that has a good outcome is fornication. So go forth and fornicate, chat, because it could end up being good.
Is it inherently wrong? Yes, but to have that child is not. To have that child is actually going through with God's design of what you were made to do. And
I think it's gross for you not to live your own life. If you want to have a kid, go for it, though. I don't care. But it should be your choice. It shouldn't be because this fucking doofus is like, you're killing it. I don't care. It's irrelevant.
I mean, it does make me sad, especially when I hear conservatives even say that abortion is okay through rape. Right? And also it's very interesting.
Okay. Now she's against aborting children conceived through sexual assault. Great. She just keeps getting worse, man. Her brain is fucking cooked. What a absolute fucking waste of a human person. This child is already being abused, essentially.
My last note on abortion, because this is not what I was meaning to talk about, but now I'm just yapping and cooking. It's just that it's very interesting that Margaret Sanger was best friends with Hitler, and nobody talks about that. And that also, she has a quote that says, "Black people are the devil, and my wish is to eradicate them." So...
You like Hitler and hate black people, though. They always say Margaret Sanger. Margaret Sanger was a Planned Parenthood founder. I don't care. My stance on abortion has nothing to do with anyone named Margaret. It has to do with reality. You don't even know how old the fucking earth is, lady. How are you going to tell me when babies are people?
Yeah, just remember that. So if you're a liberal listening to this, I'd like you to look up...
Oh, I'm way fucking worse than a liberal. Bud.
Margaret Sanger quotes, because they're pretty scary.
Oh, you know who else is scary? The Bible. Judges 19, verse 22. While they were enjoying themselves, some of the wicked men of the city surrounded the house, pounding on the door. They shouted to the old man who owned the house, "Bring out the man who came to your house so we can have sex with him." The owner of the house went outside, the hero of the story, and said, "No, my friends, don't be so vile. Since this man is my guest, don't do this outrageous thing. Look, here is my virgin daughter and his concubine. I will bring them out to you now, and you can use them to do with whatever you wish. But as for this man, don't do such an outrageous thing." But the men would not listen to him. So the man took his concubine and sent her outside to them, and they raped her along and abused her throughout the night, and at dawn they let her go. At daybreak the woman went back to the house where her master was staying, fell down at the door, and lay there until daylight. When her master got up in the morning and opened the door of the house and stepped outside to continue his day, there lay his concubine fallen in the doorway of the house, with her hands on the threshold. He said to her, "Get up, let's go." But there was no answer. Then the man put her on his donkey and set out for home. When he reached home, he took a knife and cut up his concubine, limb by limb, into 12 parts and sent them into all the areas of Israel. Everyone who saw it was saying to one another, "Such a thing has never been seen or done, not since the day the Israelites came up out of Egypt. Just imagine, we must do something, so speak up." The guy who cut them up was the good guy of that story. Anyway, that's the Bible she loves. And that's why she's making that face. Because that is her set of morality. Yeah, it got worse. It is a beautiful book. Yes, indeed.
It's pretty scary. It's a little euthanasia.
It is pretty scary. It is very euthanasia.
Its finest point, and it's also genocide. A certain race.
You don't care about genocide. Stop it. You know this lady fucking hates Palestinian babies. She loves that bombs are being dropped on them. No fucking way. Shut up. You cannot virtue signal that you give a fuck about this topic while brown babies get murdered to your delight.
And also, 90% of abortions are black women. on black women.
I wouldn't give a fuck if that was true. It's not, but I wouldn't give a fuck if that was true. Every single group deserves access to abortion at whatever rate they need. That is not true. It is proportional to the population.
Obviously only women, but on black people. And I don't know, I just don't understand.
Black people? I'm sure she knows a bunch about black people. There's always white motherfuckers that want to talk about black people. Shut up. How about actually talk to someone that doesn't look like you, for once?
Now feminists could say that abortion is good, especially when you're killing women in the womb. Their body, right? Their body, their choice. Sorry, this actually is my last thing.
Big Charlie Kirk fan.
Isn't it interesting? And somebody pointed this out the other day that I saw, and he wasn't a preacher, he was just a public speaker, and he was like, isn't it interesting that pro-abortion literally perverts the word of God, right? When Jesus, during the first communion, right, he says, this is my body and my blood. Do this in remembrance of me. This is my body, my choice. They pervert the words of God on purpose because it is a satanic, demonic ritual. So anyway, it's really interesting. So now we're going to throw these in the oven at 375 for 13 minutes.
Look at the Bible. We're doing it again, dude. The test of an unfaithful wife. Guy suggests that his wife is not pure and has been cheating on him. And then the priest shall bring her and have her stand before the Lord. Then he shall take some holy water in a clay jar and put some dust from the tabernacle floor into the water. After the priest has had the woman stand before the Lord, he shall loosen her hair and place in her hands the reminder offering, the grain offering for jealousy, while he himself holds the bitter water that brings a curse. Then the priest shall put the woman under oath and say to her, if no other man has had sexual relations with you, and you have not gone astray and become impure while married to your husband, may this bitter water that brings a curse not harm you. But if you have gone astray while married to your husband, and you have made yourself impure by having sexual relations with a man other than your husband, here the priest is to put the woman under this curse. The husband who owns you, by the way. May the Lord cause you to become a curse among your people when he makes your womb miscarry and your abdomen swell. May the Lord cause you to miscarry and your abdomen swell. May this water that brings a curse enter your body so that your abdomen swells and your womb miscarries. It even repeated it so you'd remember that it's true. Anyway, so the Bible endorses abortion in the case of infidelity. One could make an easy argument that rape and sexual assault is infidelity. One could argue that sex out of wedlock is infidelity. Everyone gets to have abortions. Everybody except for married people. Bad married people getting abortions.
So the burger bowls are done. And
can I see these fucking things? Take a bite. Make it worth it.
Absolutely beautiful. Just wait for this.
These are beautiful?
Okay, and for a quick recap, all it is.
Dog. You're telling me you need feminism more than anyone I've ever seen. You need it bad. What is this?
Tiny little balls.
Are you fucking kidding me? This would have got you beat in the 50s by your conservative husband. Are you serious? Like literally backhanded. God damn it, Janet. I worked all day. Pour me a whiskey. Fucking balls. Tiny little balls. These look like shit. Tradwives cannot cook. She's not even trad, dude.
Is crescent rolls, taco meat, 375, 13 minutes, and that's all you need to do. Bye, everybody. See you tomorrow.
When it inevitably falls around her and crumbles, and her life changes forever after she deconstructs, maybe she'll look back on this video with favor, and she'll think, yeah, he was right. They were all right. Because we are. That's crazy. That's not going to work for long. That's nuts. What a bad way to live. White people, please stop. Please.